back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face get ready with me using my current favorite high-end products. So I'm super excited for this video because these are a lot of products I use on an everyday basis. It is this look that I have right here, and this isn't a look that I throw out like once a month or every now and again when I want to get ready. This is something that I wear at least once or twice a week using all of these products because they're just things that I love. They're reliable products for me. They are things that I don't have to think, you know, I can just apply it on my face super early in the morning and I just know that it's going to all come together. I don't have to sit there and be like, I have to do extra blending here and I know I have to do this with that product. Like, I just go into autopilot and I can put it on. So with that being said, I wanted to share this look with you and these products that get me through my everyday week. And with that being said, this video is also sponsored by the brand Jord watches. So I'm super excited to share this watch with you guys as well because this is another high-end favorite for me. I know watches are things that not everybody thinks about. A lot of people don't think of them as accessories, but to me, watches are accessories, and I think they are a great statement piece and accent piece. So Jord watches are made of economically sourced wood, and they are just super cute and unique. So mine is the Maple Fieldcrest series watch. It retails for about $140. So these watches to me are high-end because you could go to Walmart or Target or JCPenney and get a really affordable watch, or you can get a really nice kind of high-end timepiece that not only tells the time but it tells a story, right? So I get a lot of compliments on this watch because it is made of wood and it's very unique and it looks different. It looks similar to normal watches, but it also looks luxurious. A lot of people are like, oh my god, that's made of wood. So it's a very lightweight timepiece, but it's also very sturdy. I absolutely love mine. My favorite part of it is actually that the face and the dial of it is glow in the dark. So when I come home late at night or I step into some place, I can check and see the time still. So I think that's just a unique feature that Jord created in this watch. So like I said, this video is sponsored, so I am hosting a giveaway with Jord. The link will be in the description box below, and the giveaway is for $100 off any Jord watch of your choosing. So you'll get the $100 promo code. You can use it towards any purchase on their website. They have watches like this. They actually have Apple watch bands as well. If you already have an Apple watch and you just want to get a band for it, anything of the sort, you can engrave it. So these watches make great gifts or just a nice piece for you to splurge on. So I think it makes a great accent to any outfit, whether it be dressing it up for a business occasion, wearing it with a fancy dress, or just in a casual sweatshirt like I'm wearing right now, like a sweatshirt with just these cute ruffles on it. I think it matches every day. It's something that I wear on an everyday basis, just like all of this makeup. So I wanted to share it with you. You guys can also use the promo code that I will have linked down below or listed down below. It's just Tiffany Gridley, one word, and that'll get you $25 off your purchase as well as a free sizing. So if you guys want to enter the giveaway, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Enter in the giveaway down below. It will end April 1st. And we will contact you if you are the winner, or you could just use my lovely promo code, which is a non-affiliate promo code, by the way. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. If you guys want to see how to get this beautiful makeup look right here, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with some primer. So I have 3 high-end primers that I have been obsessed with. So first one is a mattifying primer. This is the Primed and Peachy by Too Faced. A really great mattifying primer. I love the packaging. It's super cute. It is a silicone-based primer. So it kind of looks like the Porefessional, but for some reason the Porefessional from Benefit always breaks me out. But this one does not. So I just put it right here in my T-zone in the area that I tend to get super duper oily. And then I've really been loving the Milk Makeup Blur Stick as well. This one really does work to help like blur your pores. It's a really great primer and it's really, really lightweight. So even if you use it on your own, it's really gonna smooth out your skin, but you're not gonna feel like you have a pore filling primer on, if that makes sense. Some pore filling primers can be kind of heavy. So I just stick it right here along my cheeks a little bit up my nose. I run it a little bit along my forehead to help reduce the amount of creasing there, right here at my smile lines, and a little bit along my chin. And then I just kind of blend that in as well, because sometimes it can kind of sit on top of the skin if you don't take a minute to just kind of rub it in. And then the last primer I've really been enjoying is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is just a travel size. I got it in the smaller size to test it out, and I fell in love with it. I don't know what it is. I hate the backlight priming filter, but I love the First Light priming filter. It just works really well with my skin. So I take about a quarter size amount, and I'm gonna put this all over my face to really help hydrate. So even on top of those mattifying primers that I just put on, I just load it up because this feels so hydrating on the skin. So next I'm gonna move on to foundation. The Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Hydrating Foundation is my favorite. So I'm in the shade 1.1. This is my favorite high-end foundation at the moment. It's just a really great foundation. It's a medium coverage, which is what I tend to wear on a day-to-day basis. So I take about 3 pumps of it like that. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start patting this in. I love the consistency of this foundation. Like I said, it's a medium coverage, but it just really sinks well into the skin. It does last 15 hours. And even though it says it's hydrating, I think it has just like a natural finish to it. So I don't tend to get overly oily with it. I don't think it's the most hydrating foundation that I've ever worn. I don't think if you have super dry skin, you would love this foundation because it's not that hydrating. But for people with oily skin, you can definitely get away with it as long as you're using a mattifying primer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and apply an eye primer. So this one from Lorac, the behind the scenes eye primer, is actually my favorite. I get like a million samples of these, so I don't know that I've ever paid for it, but it is just my favorite eye primer. A little bit goes a long way. And for me, it's the best one that I've ever tried. I don't have really oily eyelids, but I definitely have a problem with my eyeshadows crease. And then for concealer, surprise, surprise, the Tarte Shape Tape is my favorite high-end concealer. So right now I'm in the shade Fair Neutral. This one might be a little light for me, but we can make it work. That's probably gonna be too brightening. I am gonna kind of cheat and throw in a little bit of the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is my favorite drugstore concealer at the moment. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of this guy in the shade Light 20 to kind of tone it down, because I have a lot of pictures that I have to take today for this project that I'm working on, and this is gonna look really funny. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this in just to help kind of darken it up and balance out the colors. But I am gonna go ahead and just blend it out. So my favorite high-end translucent powder is this guy, the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This one is the travel size, and I just finished it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I pat out these creases. I just suffer from like natural under eye wrinkles, so everything creases on me no matter what, whether I set it or not. But what I'm gonna do is just take it on my beauty blender, and I'm not gonna bake, I'm just gonna go in and set my under eye. I love this technique. I do it every single day. I just think it makes your under eye look really smooth, and even for people like me who just naturally have under eye wrinkles, like that's just the way it is. Everything will always crease no matter what, because that's just the way my eye is. This helps just kind of smooth that out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelids with that as well. And then with the powder brush, I'm just going to take, again, that same powder and go ahead and set my face. And moving on to bronzer, Benefit's Hoola is my favorite high-end bronzer if I have a little bit of a tan. If I don't have a tan, it's too dark on me, and I'm not a huge fan of the Hoola Light, to be honest. So when I have a little bit of a tan, it's this guy. So I'm gonna take this and go ahead and just work on bronzing up the cheeks. Alright, and then for contour, I love this guy from Tarte. This is their Clay Face Play palette. I love this. This came out, I don't know, maybe like 6-7 months ago. But I take this color right here in the middle to contour with. But these are extremely, extremely pigmented, so I have to be very, very careful. Just like one very light tap in it is all I need. Otherwise, it gets really, really muddy very, very quickly. So I just take this and I contour a little bit. And then for blush, this guy from Too Faced, this is their Love Flush Blush in the shade Baby Love. This is what it looks like. Very, very cute. Just your typical everyday mauve. It has a tiny itty bitty bit of shimmer in it, so it gives you like a natural look. It's not super, super matte, but it's not super shiny either. A great dupe for this is actually Rosé Champagne from Wet n Wild. So I just take a little bit of this, pop it on the apples of my cheeks, blending it backwards. And then for highlighter, I have to say Mary Luminizer from The Balm, which is an OG classic. I love this guy. So I'm going to take it on a fan brush because it is very, very pigmented. Pop this on the high points. Then I am going to go above the brow today because, like I said, I'm taking some pictures. So I like my face to capture all the shots. And then I do like to, again, go back in with my stippling brush and kind of blend out the cheek area because sometimes it can be a little bit much. Moving on to the eyes. My favorite eyeshadow palette right now is the Tarte Toasted palette. Looks like this guy. It's just a great everyday warm shadow palette. I've been wearing it non-stop. I get a lot of compliments on it as well. So my eyeshadow look is always super duper simple. I don't go ham with it or anything. So I'm going to take this guy right here, which is called Cashmere, on just a fluffy blending brush from Scone, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. Then on a Wet n Wild blending brush, I'm going to take this one right here, that kind of orangey shade, and mix it with this guy, which is kind of like a warm light brown. So I'm mixing the shades Warmth and Latte. A little bit of each. And then I'm just going to blend these into the crease. These eyeshadows are super pigmented too, but they blend like butter. They have quite a bit of fallout, so if you are a little bit anal retentive about that, then definitely do your eyes first. But that's just because they're very, very soft shadows. And then on a Morphe M514, I'm going to take these two shades right here. This kind of like burnt red, like the coppery red, along with this really deep brown right there. Those are the shades Cozy and Fireside. So I'm going to take a little bit of both shades on my blending brush, and I'm going to focus this on the outer third of the eyelid and like the outer V area. And with whatever is left, I'm gonna kind of blend it all the way through the crease. And then with that Wet n Wild blending brush, I'm just gonna kind of come back into the crease area and blend that out. Taking the scone with a little bit more of that first shade cashmere that we used, just like one tap of it. I'm gonna kind of blend this up here because I always feel like I lose a little bit of my transition shade. So towards the end, I like to go back in and add a little bit of it back in there. And then for the lid shade, I'm gonna take this guy right here in the corner. This is the shade Candle. It's just a beautiful champagne-y eyeshadow. However, these shadows have a lot of fallout and I find that they are kind of difficult to stick. So you can either use like a glitter glue, or I'm gonna take this little guy from Tarte. This is the Rainforest of the Sea spray. It can either be like a setting spray, a priming spray, or whatever kind of spray you want it to be. But I'm gonna take a little bit of this guy and spritz my brush. That way, one, it's going to make this shadow metallic, which is going to be a beautiful finish, and two, it's gonna help it stick to my lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy on my eye. I feel like I need a little bit more. We'll give her 2 sprays. There we go. So you want to make sure that when you go to apply it to the lid, you know that this technique is done right if the eyeshadow feels wet and it feels cool as you're applying it to the lid. If not, then you probably didn't spray it enough and it's not going to give you that foiled, wet looking eyeshadow that's really gonna stick to the lid. With that Morphe M153, I'm just gonna help blend out the edges of that shadow. I feel like I still want a little bit more depth on the outside, so I'm just going to take a little bit of Fireside on that Morphe brush. Just like one tap of that guy on its own. Really blend it out here at the outer third. And then to put on a little bit of a brow bone highlight because, I don't know, it's still highlighted, but I feel like I want a little bit more. Going in with this shade right here, which is called S'more. Just a little bit on it, and this is on just like an e.l.f. I think it's called a blending brush, but I don't know, it's not really a blending brush. Just tap that a little bit up there. And this guy, which is the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush. It's from their $1 line. It's not really a blending brush. Again, it's a little too dense for that. I am going to take a little bit of these two right here. Warmth and Latte. More latte than warmth because I don't like to put too much orange on that lower lash line. But that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this guy on the lower lash line. On the number 7 brush from the It's My Ray Ray collection from BH Cosmetics, I'm going to take a little bit of Fireside. This is like a nice pencil brush. Like 2 taps of that guy. And I'm going to put it right here at the outer third of my lower lash line to really tie in to that top lid look. So it just kind of makes it all look symmetrical and it gives you like that nice kind of cat eye look. And then honestly lately I haven't been doing any like winged liner. I haven't done it for months. Like I wear it every now and again, but not on an everyday basis. Instead, I just choose to tightline. So today I'm gonna go in with the Lorac Front of the Line Pro liner. This one is just in the shade black, I think, or yeah, black. I don't know. It's not waterproof, but to me, it is the most waterproof eyeliner that I've tried from a high-end brand. And it's a twisty, so you don't actually have to like, you know, sharpen it, which I love. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tightline with this guy. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Alright, and then my favorite mascara is actually actually from Tarte. This is their Lights Camera Lashes. I love this mascara. I think it's the best high-end one out there, and I've tried quite a few high-end mascaras because I tend to get a lot of samples. Plus I'm subscribed to Sephora Play, so I get a lot of samples in that as well. And I don't know what it is about this one. It just gives me length and volume, where a lot of high-end mascaras just do one or the other. Even the Better Than Sex mascara, which I was ride or die for quite a while, I think this one beats it out. Now this one's getting a little dried up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a couple coats of this guy. Like, look at those lashes. Don't they look gorgeous? Like, nice and fluffy and kind of wispy, but it gives me like a good cat eye effect. That is why I love this mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera because I thought I had the brow product that I love, but I guess I don't have it. My favorite one is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade number 2. I will insert like a picture right here. That one is my favorite high-end brow pencil, but today I'm just gonna go in with this guy from Cella and a little bit of the Essence Make Me Brow. So I'm gonna do this off camera and I will be right back. Alright guys, so brows are on. So to finish it off, I have my favorite lip combo. So this lip liner is from Becca. This lip liner is from Bite Beauty. This is number 22, not 220, 22. But it's just a gorgeous kind of nude. I just love your average nude lip liner, but this one is nice. It is very, very creamy for a pencil lip liner, and I like the fact that with the pencil lip liner you can sharpen it to make sure you always get that nice precise line. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'm gonna line and fill them in with this guy. Alright, so my lips are lined. You can totally just leave it like this. This lip liner is one of those that's great to be worn on its own. I've definitely done that. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with this liquid lipstick. This is from Bare Minerals. This is their Gen Nude collection in the shade Swag Matte. I know this is just a little guy. I got this as a sample in like a Sephora Play or something like that. And I fell in love with this formula and the color. Like, it's just my perfect everyday nude. And the formula is so comfortable. It's not completely matte, like it isn't transfer proof, but it's that kind of comfortable matte liquid lipstick that if you don't like to go super matte, these ones would be definitely a great choice for you. Look at that. It pairs perfectly with this lip liner too. It's almost a perfect match. So last but not least is a setting spray. So my favorite high-end setting spray is kind of like a mix between a few. This is the one that I've been gravitating towards lately. Like I said, this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. So it can be used as a setting spray, a priming spray, or just like a facial spray as part of your skincare routine. I also love the Smashbox priming water because it again can be any of those three. And spritz my face. Alright guys, so that is this full face using my favorite high-end makeup products at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I get together this look. This is honestly a look I wear on a pretty regular basis, at least once a week, using all of these products. So it's also kind of like an everyday makeup routine for me right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the giveaway down below so you can get yourself one of these luxurious Jord watches. I absolutely love mine. Like I said, I get a lot of compliments on it. To me, it's just a high-end staple in my life, like a lot of these products. So I love it and I want you guys to experience it. So don't forget to get entered in the giveaway down below. The giveaway does end April 1st and the winner will be announced via my social media, and Jord will be contacting you as well. If you guys just want an instant $25 off and a free sizing, don't forget to use my code Tiffany Gridley in your checkout, and you can also get that nice little discount as well. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below your favorite high-end makeup product or your favorite high-end product of all time. Maybe it's a Gucci purse, a pair of Louis Vuittons, or something as simple as an eyeshadow palette. So I want to know what your high-end favorites are, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!